This is a short recording for you to demonstrate how you can use Python with Anaconda, Jupyter Notebook, and Spider. So I'm going to give you just a little explanation here first with some PowerPoint slides, and then I'll switch over and I'll share my screen and demo what it looks like when you're working back and forth between Jupyter Notebook and Spider. And the way that's going to work is you're going to launch both of these. Jupyter Notebook will be running. You'll have Spider running, which will be kind of your environment for creating a program in Python. And it works just like Python where you've had it up in other places, but it's probably a little easier to work with. It's got some nice features to it that I think you're going to like if you haven't used Spider before. So anyway, working back and forth between these, the first step you're going to have to do is install Anaconda on your computer, and then once you do that, you should be able to find in your Start menu a place where Anaconda has been installed, and you have some options then for working with it. And there's a number of things you can do here, but primarily what I'd like for you to do is launch the Anaconda Navigator, and from that we will then be able to launch the Jupyter Notebook and also Spider. And so take a look here. The Anaconda Navigator will come up and look like this, and there are several things that you can launch from here, but primarily what you're going to work with here will be a Jupyter Notebook, and so you'll click on the little Launch tab down here, and then when you're ready and Jupyter Notebook is running over there, then you'll click over here on the Launch tab for Spider, and it will fire up then too, and you'll be able to create your programs there. So let me take another step here. I should comment here, because if you do a lot of reading online, you're going to find a lot of different explanations for launching a Jupyter Notebook. They're all kind of difficult to put together, and this is probably the easiest one I found, is just running the Anaconda Navigator, launch it directly from here. It'll fire up and start, and it's ready to go. So it's a pretty simple launch pad from here, whereas some of these others are a little bit difficult to follow through and get everything to work. So take one more little tab here. Once you fire that up, the Jupyter Notebook is going to look like this. And in order to get it to where you work with it, you'll need to go over here and click on the New, and there'll be a drop-down menu. And I'll demo that for you in just a moment, and we'll see how that works so that you can actually do your programming there. One more slide here. This is what Spider looks like, and this gives you Python 3.6. And I've written a little program here, and then when I was finished and I had that program running, then I copied and I pasted over into the Jupyter Notebook. And so we will go there next here. And that's the end of that one, so let's stop sharing it. And now I want to share my screen with you. And from there, I want to go here. And this is what that Jupyter Notebook looks like when you fire it up and it's running there. And before I click on that New tab, I want to show you something else here. If you have some other Jupyter Notebooks that you've created, they're going to show up down here in the list, and you can just start those right from here. But initially, you're going to be at this point, and so you're going to say, well, I want to start a new one, and so I'm going to click on a new one and click on Python 3, and that will bring me up a new notebook here. Now I'm going to jump over here because I've got one that I've already started. Let me see if I've got it there. This one here. I actually copied a part of that program into this notebook, and I've already run this code, but I'll just run it again anyway. When you get your Python code in here, you want to run it, you click on Cell, Run Cells. Nothing happens there because this one doesn't generate any output. And so I want to go on and I want to run some more code. So I want to insert another block here. So I click on Insert and I'm going to insert a cell below, and then I'm going to paste some code into there. Now, this is just a simple little model that I've used as an example for 411, but I'm just using this for demonstration purposes anyway. And so to actually run this code, what I need to do is I go click on the Cell tab up there and choose Run Cells. And it created some output for me down here. And there's the table that shows how that model looks. And so you should be able to get all of this running and start playing around a little bit by writing a few, actually take some of your Python programs that you've already written and get Jupyter running for you and go back and forth. And the primary reason that I like for you to use Jupyter Notebooks is because your output is going to look so much better for transferring into reports. And you can take screenshots from this and then paste it into a report. You can also do some things over here. You can download it as an HTML file, or also you can take your complete project in here and download it as a PDF file by LaTeX. I think you will have to install LaTeX in order to do this, but it makes it really slick for producing a report with some nice looking output. And I think one of the difficulties I've seen with Python on some of the other platforms is that, okay, I've got this nice result here, but when I try to smash it into a report, all of the formatting collapses and it doesn't look very good. So it's kind of just an instance here of what you can do with Jupyter Notebooks. And so by way of Anaconda, go do a search on Anaconda. It used to be called Continuum, I think, but they've changed their name now to Anaconda. Download their complete package, and you should have that menu that I showed you just a little bit ago. So enjoy that. I hope that works well for you. And that's it. I'll end it right here.